This picture has objects such as clocks that should have geometric shapes. However, the clocks are organic shapes because they are limp and seem to be melted. Most of the shapes are curvilinear and have no living things painted other than what appears to look slightly like a horse on the bottom. The painting is so abstract that it is hard to tell what everything is, especially the things that are far away. The lines define the shapes, but since it is surreal, Dali uses a variety of different shapes and lines in order to create and emphasize the dream-like state. Dali uses mainly brown and tan, mostly all natural colors, which are mixes of all the primary colors, to create his painting. He creates a sense of warmth with the colors to explain why the clocks are melted. There are some secondary colors, as there are shades of orange, but the sky and reflection is blue, which is a primary color. The value creates shading that in turn creates a feeling of depth in the painting. This painting isn't very saturated, as overall the colors of the painting are dull. The blue from the sky complements the orange from the desert-like scene. There isn't any actual texture because it was made on a canvas. However, there is a little bit of implied texture to the compass, or perhaps a pocket watch, making it look like it would be bumpy. The clocks have implied texture that make them seem smooth and shiny. I think that the overall subject of this painting is the clocks to represent somewhat of a lack of time. The emphasis is scattered and there is not one main emphasis, but I think the main one, if there had to be one, is the clocks, because the clocks seem to be unfitting and misplaced in this environment. The clocks are repeated, which creates more emphasis on the clocks, as this is the only thing that is repeated. The clock and compass, or pocket watch, provide contrast because this tells time and one tells direction. Perhaps it is just a pocket watch of sorts. This painting is not symmetrical or even approximate symmetry. The scale weighs these clocks as being big. The clock draping over the tree appears to be huge when looking at the scale point of view. Salvador Dali is one of the prominent figures for the Surrealism movement, and this painting is one of the most well-known paintings from this movement. Salvador Dali perfectly captures the dreamlike state as he mixes in a feeling of confusion with all of his paintings. According to the formal analysis, I think that this piece is unsuccessful because the parts do not fully work with each other. The painting doesn't really make sense, and although I think that it is a good painting and representation of the Surrealist movement, I don't think it would be considered successful according to this analysis. There is not a sense of unity in this piece. I think that this painting does not prove the arts for art's sake, because I think that the painting was painting with emotion, and I don't think that Dali painted it just for fun. I think he wanted to paint a dream where there is no time and direction and we are all just lost.